welcome and thank you for joining our Music for Global Change broadcast with founder and music ambassador Skyler Jett and presenter Tom Bryant and Ryan Shewchuk. And our special guest today is Charleston Pierce.
So welcome to the show at Charleston Pierce. You are a fashion show producer and director, modeling coach and runway choreographer, as well as being a mentor and author of Star Walk. Based in San Francisco, the Greater Bay Area, you've had 30 years experience in the entertainment industry. You've appeared on billboards, movies, in fashion shows, and you were the first PEPSI man superhero for Japanese commercial television market. So I'll talk a little bit more about that. That's something new. So welcome to the show, Charleston, and please tell us more.
Well, hello. Man, it's so good to be here. I'm grateful, thankful. It's always an honor to share stories.
Listen, man, I mean, wow, how beautiful for you to come up, because we used to do these fashion shows together, right?
Yes, sir.
And, you know, when I think about it, so Dick Bright we're playing music at a fashion show. And then I'm thinking, you have to have some music around fashion.
Yeah, right. I was going to touch on that. Like when you're doing a runway show, obviously you're thinking about the designer, the clothes, the season, but how much does music play into that show? And like, who's coming up with that? Who's coming up with the music typically?
Okay, so my personal experience, let me back this up. So
please.
Charleston Pierce, born and raised in San Francisco.
Love it.
Which is a story within itself. Anybody born and raised in San Francisco, so much history. Yeah. But I was born and raised in San Francisco. I'm one of 14. My mom and dad like each other a lot. So I had 8 sisters.
Oh, wow.
And 5 brothers in one house in San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
You won't hear that story from anybody else. I mean, that's very rare, you know, that happened in San Francisco. A mother and father having 14 children, okay? I'm the eldest son.
Wow.
And I grew up with 8 girls. So when you think about fashion, you got to think about women. So I grew up admiring my sisters, asking my sisters about how to dress, how to dress for the girls, you know, how to be cool, you know? So all honor and respect and much love to all the queens out there, all the princesses, all the moms and mothers, women. Without you, no fashion. Okay?
That's right.
We have nothing. So women inspired us to even, you know, want to look great, to want to be fashion conscious. I got into fashion in high school. Once again, a woman. Okay. I had no desire to be a model. I didn't have a lot of respect for models because I didn't know anything about the business. A lot of times we don't like certain things because we don't even understand it. So I always tell people, don't judge a book by its cover. Open it up and check it out. I started modeling in high school because some girl I liked wanted me to be in a school's fashion show. And I was like, I don't do that. She's like, you want to get at me? You want to go out with me, right? I go, yeah, I'll do it. Okay. So I did it. Brought my brother with me because I was terrified. I needed a wingman. I said, yo, man, let's do the show. Did the show. And as I was on the stage, as soon as I got on the stage, this is what I heard.
It was over then.
Yeah,
it was over.
He was hooked.
It was over. I was like, I need to be on the show. I need to be on stage for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because I had no game. No girl was giving me no play. So on the stage is when I first felt that love from the stage. I was like, I gotta be up there, man. And that's how I got into fashion, man. And from there, it was a journey of rejection, of not understanding how it works. And then, you know, the modeling industry has been my destiny because your destiny will call you. And so it kept coming to me. And then today, fast forwarding, today I work with Tyra, Cindy Crawford, Chrissy Charlton, supermodels, all that. And before that, man, I was not popular. I was a little skinny guy. I was beat up. I was, you know, talked about, molested. I mean, my life sucked. I wanted to kill myself. Right. But because of fashion and entertainment, it gave me a sense of belonging. Like, my life is going to be, you know? And so from the fashion, man, fast forward, man, the movies, the commercials and all that stuff, perseverance, desire to be great, that's something inside of me said you can't give up even though you want to give up. People blessing my life, like you're one of the people who blessed my life. Yo, man, good job. People like Denzel, Wesley Snipes, Eddie Murphy, like a lot of people I've met in Hollywood and Miami and New York have given me validation that my life matters. And everybody wants that. Like, do my life matter? Do I look good enough? Am I tall enough? Am I black enough? Am I white enough? Am I big enough? So today, in today's fashion industry, we see all sizes. It's called lifestyle. We see all sizes and shapes, and we know now everybody deserves to be in the spotlight. And that's where we're here today. Because why? We're relevant. We're telling the world you matter. And if we're not doing that for everybody, then we just shoot the breeze.
I remember Oprah Winfrey's last show after 25 years, right? And somebody wanted to ask her a question at the end. And her life's been, 25 years asking questions, right? So they go, so Oprah, what have you learned? And she said, I've learned 3 things. Everybody wants to be seen, everybody wants to be heard, and everybody wants to be felt.
I love it. Real talk.
Especially if you have no game. So you're more important.
Hey, I'm still working on my game, man. I mean, I don't know if I got anything, but I'm trying. I'm a work in progress.
Tom, you got a question?
Well, really, you've touched on it already. I was gonna ask you about your feelings and whether you feel that the modeling industry has now changed and turned a corner with regards to inclusion of all kinds of different people. You don't have to be 6 foot tall. You don't have to be a certain weight, a waist size, all that kind of stuff. Firstly, was it a massive turning point for you industry-wise? Do you feel that was a huge thing for the industry to grasp? Secondly, was it a quick change? How did the change come about?
Those are good questions. So for me, when I started my first show, it was 1980 in high school, right? Aging myself. And then it didn't work out for me. I didn't know anything about it. So progressing into the 80s, I got scouted by one of the producers of Macy's, who I didn't know. I thought he was some guy just trying to pick up on me. I was like, yo, dude, I went to San Francisco. Come on, man. You got to have better game than that.
Yeah.
And
he was loaded.
One thing about San Francisco, man, you can go anywhere in the world. You're like, I see you.
That's right, man.
So,
I
got signed around 86, 87 by an agent. And when I got signed, it was only a couple of brothers, Afro-Americans, black males in the business, like 2 or 3 sprinkled here and there.
Yep.
So it was really difficult. One agency I went to was the top agency in San Francisco back in the 80s. I won't say the agency. I don't want to call the person out. But he said to me, we already got a black guy. I'm like, he's chocolate. I'm caramel, man. Give me a break. Like we give different perspectives of black.
Right.
So, it was a lot of that. And then like every agency had maybe 1 or 2 black guys. They might have an older one and young guys. So it was very difficult to get in. I got turned down, rejected a lot. I actually wanted to give up. And I started feeling the negative, energy, like we all, like coming up in the 80s. And I'm a child of the 60s. So the first thing I'm saying, you're racist, I'm like, I'm thinking everything negative because of the trauma that I experienced growing up as a black man in this world. And so what happened was the guy who scouted me from Macy's, he was a producer of the biggest show in San Francisco, which is called Macy's Passport. Also, it was the biggest fashion show production in LA. And that was a show with Elizabeth Taylor, Tyson, Redford. I mean, all the superstars, models were in that show. So this guy saw me, called the agency that turned me down twice. They go, hey, the guy goes, hey, his name's Larry. Larry calls the agent and said, I have this guy named Charleston. I think he'd be a good model. Man, it was like, yes, sir. We'll take him.
Perfect.
You turned me down twice. But I didn't say anything. I kept it cool. And so I got signed from that agency, the top men's fashion agency in California. And when I got into the business, man, it was the women had to be 0 to 2. They really didn't have a plus size department they call it full figure models. So they had maybe a couple, but
nice
most was like blue eyes, blonde, and, you know, no Asian models, no, I mean, very limited, a couple, you know, because it was like the white woman, the white male, the black woman, and then the black male, and then maybe Asian Latino, you know, no Indian, okay? It was like, man, it was really hard. So how it all changed was during 2000 or 1999, when the dot-com happened, they needed representation from every background to sell people's work culture for these tech companies. Yeah. So they were like, hey, we need everybody. We need your family, we need your grandma, we need food, baby, we need everybody. So they just started hiring everybody for that of a lifestyle model. And that's when the lifestyle model just blew up. And then I would say in the last 15 years, because of some of the rappers and some of the actors and actresses that have full size or bigger size than your typical, you know, size 0 and 2, they started putting celebrities on covers, and celebrities started doing GQ magazine, which I was in GQ magazine before they stopped using us, because before it was like, as a model, you wanted to be on the cover of GQ, or you wanted to be in GQ, or you wanted to be on a billboard. You had all these different desires, you know, checklists as I did, and I was able to accomplish, I would say, all of mine. And that's hard work, and that's sacrifice, that's discipline, and that's a lot of prayer. So it started changing 2020, man. It was changing, the doors opening, and then like 2010, 15, I started seeing, wow, they're giving everybody a shot. And then when they had the Black Lives Matter, and then they had Barack came in office, we have a black president, we have a black family in the White House. We gotta have black representation on TV.
I know.
You know, then Asian people were being targeted. We gotta have Asian people on TV. We gotta show the world we love Asian people. So they just start opening the door for everybody, which they should have in the beginning. So it should have always been that way. When I first came in the game, I'm like, yo, man, everybody's beautiful. I got 8 sisters. They got different sizes and shape. They're beautiful. I got 5 brothers. So for me, my mentality coming from a big family, growing up in San Francisco, I'm like, yo, why don't we see everybody? And so I had to like be in this industry for over 35 years that I felt like it wasn't really giving everybody equality. Right. And today it is. I must say today there's equality for us, giving everybody a shot. Transgender, gay, whatever pronouns you want to use, you get opportunity to be in a spotlight. You get opportunity to model. You get opportunity to showcase yourself. And to be honest with you, everybody should have an opportunity. Because why? The earth belongs to all of us.
That's right.
All of us are the creation of the Almighty, and everybody's beautiful. Everybody has a voice. Everybody's life matters. But I know that, but the world doesn't know that. And that's why we're here, to let everybody know, yo, you matter. What's up?
But listen, man, I want to get you in a magazine in Ireland. And it's a fashion event company that I'm associated with over there. And man, we do fashion shows at the Belfast Castle and all kind of stuff like that. But I want to hook you up with these people, man, because I'd like to get you in the next issue of their magazine. You know, just, hey, introduce you to some Europeans while I could be a connection for that.
Man, I appreciate that. But honestly, man, I'm just happy to be connected with you because you're somebody I know from my beginnings, you know, when I first started. You know, I've been able to do some really cool stuff, but you're one of the people who supported me, who loved me, who always reached out to me. You've been a great friend. You've been a role model. Your work, your passion for helping people, you make the world better. And I didn't even have a coffee. I'm just hyping right now on me, bro. I'm happy because of you here right now. I don't need any. I just love you, and I'm so happy to see you that you're alive. You lost people, man. People died, bro. People that we grew up with are not here anymore, man. We still here, carrying the torch, man.
I had a heart attack in December.
See what I'm saying?
No. I get my second chance around. But the most beautiful thing is 2 months into it, I meet my son that I never met, right? Now I got 5 kids. I got 12 grandkids, man. It's like, I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I leave this time, I got DNA everywhere.
I mean, I'm so happy for you, bro.
Thank you.
I'm so happy for you and your son. That's beautiful, man.
I think God kept me around to finish my mission.
Yes, sir.
And that's to start a genre of social conscious music. Radio shows, TV shows, festivals. But I want to do it amazing fashion. So we're doing these concerts, and then the entertainers, they have on fashion from different, you know, we do that with this magazine. I'm gonna say it's called World Equal. Definitely want you to be in the next one, but that because it's really cool. It's a lot of beautiful fashion people over here, and they look at this magazine and say, like, hey, I've never heard of this brother before, and then that's how we can help each other.
Right. Well, fashion and music is married together, bro.
Yeah, man.
No artist performs naked. They gotta have clothes on. They gotta have accessories. Like your accessories, that's fashion. It's like branding, your brand.
This guy's got style.
Now, check it out. Have you put together something for a song? Just some kind of fashion thing for a song before?
Absolutely. So what I do, styling. It's like, depends on the artist and the imagery and the style that they want.
Yeah.
You put the story, right? So basically, you create the story, right? And then you create the story with clothes, merchandise, and clothing in that story, each set, each scene, right? So you open it up. It all depends on the story. Is it a night shot? Is it a day shot? It's a whole romance story. You know, if it's a party scene. So that's like doing a fashion show on video.
What was that Michael Jackson too? He did in it's like the Wizard of Oz. What was it called?
Oh my God, the Oz.
Because they took the lyrical content as the script, right?
Right.
But I mean, all the fashions, every time they change, boom, you know. And now we're going to green.
The color was red, royal red. I mean,
that's right.
Royal blue, green, right?
Yeah.
And they had to dance with it, and they had to walk with it. And it was just, I can say it's a match. It's a marriage, man. You can't do music or movies without fashion. It's all connected. It's mashed together, right? And you have stylists that, you know, talk with the director and talk with the producers of what kind of story they want to present, because fashion tells a story, right? So there's seasons, right? And there's colors, there's fall, it's winter,
yes,
summer.
Yes.
It's all about these colors. And so when you talk about that, you know, it's all about the content, the story of the video, what kind of video that you want to do, right? In that movie, The Oz, they threw that in there, man. They just threw that creativity in there, which I love, was entertainment. And that was a hard thing to do, because you're talking about Wizard of Oz. We're going, you know, to this place, and then we stop at the Royal City or Emerald City, right? And then we showcase the Richard Pryor. What was he? He was the wizard.
Yeah.
And so it's taking me back to the 80s, right? Early 80s,
You know,
right?
that one song, shoot, the fashion in that was off the chain. And then Eddie Murphy, Coming to America. The fashion, that scene was out of this world, right? You know what I mean? And if you take it and put it with the right groove.
Right. It's awesome. How that happens is when you hear the music, right? And you see the title of the song. And then that kind of like kicks off the creative buzz of, okay, what do I see in the story, right? What is the background? You know, what is the setting, right? Is it outdoors?
So you can see, you got that third eye, man. You can see that stuff, you know. I work on your ears and stuff like that. You got the eyes and stuff like that, right?
Absolutely.
Right. You got a question?
I do have a question. So, Charleston, let's get real here. Model to model, okay? That's right, YouTube. I've done modeling. Check my resume.
Yeah.
You always hear about, you know, you do. I mean, gosh, you must meet thousands of models every year, probably, right? Everybody's trying to be the next superstar, right? They always say, like, you know, we're looking for, it's the look. Like, can you explain what's the look, Charles? Especially you're talking about all shapes, all sizes, ethnicities, but what is the look?
Well, you touched on, Ryan, you touched on a couple of things, and great question, Ryan, because like when you talk about models, right, it's kind of different than it was 20 years, 30 years ago, because yes, when we were coming up, the early models wanted to be a house model. They wanted to duplicate and be, you know, like some other top model, right? Right. But because of Instagram and you know, model mayhem, people start being able to, well, actually, I should say the iPhone. Because of the iPhone and camera phone, when people start taking pictures of themselves, it wasn't that they wanted to be like somebody else. They wanted to be themselves. And they started looking at themselves like, wait a minute, I look good, right?
Yeah.
So taking those pictures of themselves
Yeah.
and looking good, everybody started pushing, forget about being like somebody else. I want to be like me.
That's true.
That's where it's at today. But yes, there were models, and there are some models growing up, little girls that grow up and see Tyra, Cindy Crawford, or whatever new name, whatever hot new girl is hot right now, because there's so many, right? Kardashians, you know, they'll see these girls and they'll duplicate them for how they do their hair, how they do their makeup, or working out, or, you know, the Kardashians really, really help, you know, open the door for, you know, women that had hips. Before, you couldn't have really big hips or a big butt. Right. And so when they did their reality show, when they started, you know, celebrating their lifestyle, man, women were like, it's okay to have a big butt. It's okay, you know, to get a brother. You know, they opened the door for a lot in the model industry because Kardashian took the whole lifestyle to a whole nother level. And then you have all these rapper girls and rapper people that were rappers. They opened the door for a lot of lifestyle and like tattoos and piercings, and it's just going crazy. But when you talk about the look, an agency, every agency, I've been with about 10 or 12 agencies. I worked with over 20, 30, 40,000 models in my career. I taught over like 10,000 models because I'm a teacher too. I teach the business of fashion. So models, I'm teaching them that they have to have a headshot, standard black and white headshot. That's what the casting directors want, what the agencies want. They don't want a portfolio.
They just show up their Instagram. That's the new headshot.
No. What they want, every agency want, is you to send them natural lighting, headshot, and a full body shot, and a black, all black, or a tank top so they can see your body. Okay. You used to have a portfolio. I spent thousands. Every model in the 80s and 70s and the early 90s spent thousands of dollars doing photo shoots. When no, all you need is your iPhone camera and somebody to shoot you, or you to shoot yourself, and they call it digitals. That's all you need. Because if I'm an agent or a designer, and I'm really a student of this game, I can look at you and see all the different faces I can put on you. Different makeup, different clothing, different styles. I can look at you and have that eye, right? That's not my experience. A lot of these people that are doing this job, they're not seasoned. They hire people because they can get them for free. Students who, you know, do these little projects or open
trade.
Yeah, but the real deal people, you can walk into my agency, or I can see you, you know, doing Zoom. I can say, let me see your profiles. Let me see you turn around. Let me see you live. And I can ask you questions to see how you pop. See if you have energy, see if you're passionate about your craft, and if you're ready to go. Now moving forward, if I like the way you look, if you have energy, I'm gonna try to set up you to come to my office, right, to see you face to face. Because some people do look amazing on camera, but
until they show up, huh? Right. It look like show up and look like Bob Hope with lipstick on.
Exactly. So you got to make sure. When we're talking about big money, you got to make sure you are who you are, right? Yeah. So there's a screening process, but you don't have to. This is for anybody out there that's trying to be a model. You don't have to have a portfolio. All you have to do is have a headshot, a current headshot, and a current head to toe full length shot of yourself so you can see how you look today. Not yesterday, not last week, but today. And when we see that, that's part of the process. And then the next thing is, okay, we're going to have an interview with you. Because just because you look good doesn't mean you can walk. Just because you walk doesn't mean that you have the right look. So actually being a good model or a working model, you have to be a good actor. Because you know, modeling is acting. People don't know this. Modeling is acting. You gotta listen, follow directions, and you gotta pop. You gotta have these different personalities and these different looks and profiles. You gotta sell Nike. You gotta sell Donna Karan. You gotta sell, you know, any other major brand. You gotta be able to put on clothes and bring them to life. It's your job. The one thing a model must know is you gotta sell. To be a model is to sell. It's not to look good, it's to sell. Can you sell merchandise or product? If you can't sell, you can't be a professional model.
Hey, Tom, you got another question?
Well, I've got a couple now. I was in two minds whether to bring this one up because I've watched, and I've laughed at YouTube channels that highlight, and I'll use the term ridiculous because they do look ridiculous. Some of the ridiculous outfits and the ridiculous kind of hats and kind of hairdos. And what are your thoughts on the let's say alternative runway shows? And have you ever produced anything like that? And what are your thoughts on those? If you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, man. I had to learn, man. What the heck is this? But what they're doing, man, they're giving you editorial. They're giving you the highest level of drama, theatrics. That's to draw the buyers and the people to come to the show and say, okay, what are you going to do this year, right? That's just for the glam and glitz. But after they do that, they get your attention with the guys, the boy toys, halfway naked, in the 70s, you know, the drugs and partying and all the stuff, the crazy stuff you've seen throughout the years. After they show that first segment, and then they'll show you their upcoming collection. Right, so they'll tease you, get you all excited, and then they'll show you some real merchandise that you can actually wear, right?
Yeah.
But it's just for the, it's New York Fashion Week, and we want you to come out. We want you to be entertained. And I've been a part of production for 20 years where it was called fashion theater. So we would have dancing, we would have all this kind of, these scenes, which I choreographed and stuff myself for my shows, where I choreograph scenes when people are dancing, when they're fighting, they're playing. It's like all this theatric, but at the end of all that business, they hit the runway. At the end of the runway, they give you a pose.
Yeah.
So you would like have fun, go wow, but at the end, stop, pose for like 6 seconds. People say 3. I said 6, because 6 means 3. Because if I tell you just stop at 3, you're gonna stop at 1. So you gotta tell them, you gotta read your talent. So for me, I'm a little different. So when I produce a show, I gotta know my talent. I gotta know my audience. I gotta know my buyers. I gotta know my merchandise. I gotta know my designers. I gotta know my lighting. I gotta know my music. I gotta know everything because I am in the matrix. As a producer, I'm producing the whole event. As a director, from top to bottom, I gotta make sure that I am in tune with everything that is happening. It's like your music, when you collaborate, and music is all coming together. The bass player, the drum player and the singer, everybody's in harmony. In my shows, I'm the same way. I'm like, everything has to be seamless and mashed together and flow together. And I'm telling you a story. I'm telling you, this swimwear, these suits, this dress, this outfit is the hottest thing coming out. I got the hottest models. You got to freaking buy this merchandise because it's smoking, because of music, and the girl, and she's fine, and she's working, she's confident, and the men are strong. And everybody's just together, man. It's beautiful.
I got the perfect song we're singing. It's called "Dance Like I'm Losing My Mind." Okay. It's perfect. I mean, with the right fashion and some amazing dancers and stuff like that, right? I'll send it to you, man. We had a collaboration.
You remember Bryant, Skyler, you remember In Vogue, Never Gonna Get It?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
In Vogue City, they got those dancers in their hats, and, Never Gonna Get It. So I'm in contact with Cindy all the time, man. That's my girl, man.
Yeah, man. She sang on one of my songs, man. I love her, man.
Man, she was my dude. That was my girlfriend before I got married.
Damn.
I'm divorced now, ladies. I'm divorced now. But anyway,
no, you made that a little clear.
Yeah. This guy.
But man, I met Cindy when I first started performing, man, and she's one of my best friends, man. I talk to her almost every other week, man. I talk to her.
I'm gonna send you a song she sang on for me. Well, she sang
man,
on.
She knows you really.
Oh yeah, I go way back.
I said she knows your family.
Yeah, man. I mean the girls over there, man, and Pajama Studios and Live Oak Studios. I used to go over there with them all the time. It's a trip. Listen, man, I want to thank you so much for taking the time and your privilege to come on our show. I really do, man. Thank you.
Can I get one more question for Charleston?
$25. Go ahead.
Thank you, Charleston. All right, one last question. Fashionista to fashionista here. Can you give YouTube out there, especially the guys out there, right? Can you give us like 2 to 3 just pieces that every guy needs, no matter your shape, no matter your size. Classic look. I mean, look, you've got black. I love that black look that you've got on right now. The people out here in YouTube land need some help, especially me. I'm wearing a flannel in July. So can you give us a little bit of help out there?
Absolutely. First, I want to say, Tom, I hope I answered your question, man. They do that for the drama, man. They do that whole fashion, over the top look. That's not for streetwear. That's just for entertainment, for pictures and say, hey, look what we did, right? Mm-hmm. And guess what? Some people that can afford it, buy some of those outfits for the red carpet, for different galas, the Metro, and all that kind of stuff. So they do sell some of that stuff. The outfits are designed for that show. But if a client or some woman goes, I gotta have that hat or that purse, that outfit or whatever, then they'll make it for them.
They gotta have it if they can put it on, huh?
Yeah, they want to go to the concert, the Oscars and stuff. They want to have some cray, then they'll make something for them. But regarding guys, it's all about your skin tone. You got to match your skin tone, right? And for me, just to mix it up, you can wear what the heck you want to wear. It's not even because in today's world, whatever you wear is your style, is a statement you're making. Like, if you go outside, you wear something, you wear what you feeling, or you wear according to the weather. But typically saying men should have a black suit or a blue suit or a gray suit or whatever. But it depends on, what you're doing. I think every man should have a suit, for some type of business, formal dinner or business attire. That's important to have a tuxedo. But honestly speaking, because of where we're at in today's world and climate change, and there's no guarantee, jeans, baby, jeans. Always have your jeans. You can wear a blazer with a plaid shirt and jeans, tennis shoes. I love tennis shoes, man. If it was up to me, every day I would wear sweats. I'm only wearing this because I'm like, it's basic. I didn't decorate. I didn't put anything up because it's guys. I'm talking guys. I ain't trying to impress you. No. Really, it all depends on your preference. It depends on your lifestyle. If you're not going to the office, you're working from home, then you can have an array of clothes that you put on just for fun. Just to, you put on different clothes sometimes. Either you dig it yourself, or you want to like keep people curious about who you are. Like, say for instance, you have the tech look right now, the yuppie boy look right now, right? But if you do on a suit, people be like, oh, is he a CEO or something? Or a tie, like they're trying to read, right? So you can always switch it up. Because I thought about today, should I just wear a tank top and just show my biceps? Should I show what? I'm 60 years old, I'm looking great. Should I do that?
You know what? You said something to me. You said something to me. I got to give you some love for this, man. I remember when I was way back, and I was living in Walnut Creek at the time, and you called me up and said, Skyler, man, one of my models can't make it. Can you come? And I go, man, I'm not a model. I can't do that. I don't do that. And then you go, Skyler, let me tell you something. Whenever you walk to your closet in the morning, you look at all the clothes and you're going to pick something. And you pick it because you want people to see you in that.
Yes.
That changed everything for me.
Dad, you're a model?
You model for yourself in the world every day, because when you make a decision based on where you're going, you're modeling for your audience. You're modeling for that woman, that man, whoever you want to impress, or the feeling of, like, say for instance, when I go to a opening of a restaurant, I go to a gala, I go anywhere, typically I wear a suit. I'm going to wear a suit because I feel like that's my James Bond look,
Yeah.
And if I'm going out at nighttime, hanging out, and it's gonna be, me hanging out with the fellas that wearing some jeans. Or if it's the Warriors or the Warriors, if it's a sports thing, then I'm wearing sports stuff. I'm wearing my tennis shoes, my sweat. So it all depends. In your home, depending on your lifestyle, where you like to go, you should have an outfit for each occasion.
That's right.
Each occasion, that's appropriate. Have an outfit for each occasion. But for me, my day job, believe it or not, I'm a school teacher. I work at the Unified School District in San Francisco. That's my day job, right? Yes, I do all the other stuff, but my main focus is high school and middle school. Why? Because if you can get those kids while they're young, and plant positive seeds and teach them about that their life matters and that, you know, they have a gift and a talent, right? And I work with pre-K, I work with middle school, and it's amazing. It's the best work I've ever done. I've been doing it for 7 years. And how did that happen? It was my destiny. So when we work with kids and we teach them stories, like even like, you know, I meet kids that don't know their fathers, don't know their mothers, don't know their family, and I meet them, they're angry and upset. I said, hey, have you ever had a good day that you had some ice cream and you enjoyed that ice cream, you saw a movie and you had that ice cream, it was good, right? You saw that movie, you laughed, right? It's because of that dad that you think is a bum. That dad made love to your mother. I'm pretty sure he didn't have, you know, he wasn't with your mom, he hated her. He enjoyed the moment and she enjoyed the moment, and now you became a kid. Whatever happened between that, it could be a million things. Yeah. I'm a dad. I have a 36-year-old son next month. He'll be 36. I'll be 60 next month. And the reason why I look the way I look, the reason why my son's alive, the reason why I'm divorced, and the reason why I've been through everything I've been through, I don't know all the reasons, but I'll tell you this, I'm thankful. I'm thankful that they had me. I'm thankful that my mom had me. I'm thankful that, you know, I've been divorced because I can speak to kids that have divorced families go, you know what? My mom and dad are divorced. I said, it's okay. You see me? Yeah. I understand. My dad was mean to me. My mother, whatever the story is, I get a chance to tell those kids, it's okay. You're going to be all right because I've been there. I've been through suicide. I wanted to kill myself multiple times. I hated my life. But today, I'm winning. The kids see me. We never seen a black man come to school every day smiling. I'm freaking winning. I'm winning because I am helping kids. Yeah. We are helping people. When we do that, the joy that we get inside, that like right now, I'm high. I haven't had no drugs, no alcohol, no coffee, but I'm excited because I'm talking to you guys and because my life matters. And when we find out our life matters, whether it's fashion or music or technology or whatever it may be, if we're helping people, we found the answer.
Hey, what time your church open next Sunday?
Amen.
Amen.
The church is right now, baby.
That's right.
Yes, it is, right? I love you.
Listen, I'm good. I just had one more question. If you want to send me Tyra Banks' number, I'm open to it. I'm open to it.
Brian, I turned that down, right? I'm not gonna lie. I'm true story. So I'm telling you about Tyra and I. So Tyra, we did a fashion show together, and I'm modeling with her. She's like, "Man, you got game." I was like, "Right on." And we modeled. We did the do. And then after the fashion show, we had an after party. She asked me to sit at her table, to hang out with her, bro. I was so freaking lost in the 90s that I was like, nah, I'm cool because I was trying to go for the home run somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I got you.
Like crazy, bro. I mean, shoot, man, I had it bad. That was my addiction was women. I'm cool now. I finally matured and realized, you know, the most incredible thing for me to be doing or anybody to be doing is serving people. So when I learned that it wasn't about me and forget about, you know, trying to be rich and famous because rich and famous people catch a case.
Come on, God. Come on now.
Right? I'm like, okay, I'm cool. I ain't trying to like, you know, you go, you know, whatever, you know, because you know, you got whatever you have, people want to take it. But if it's your joy and your gift, it can't take that away from you. It can't take the gift away.
That's the one thing I keep.
So what about that? But no, man, Tyra was cool to me. And then, you know, from that, I got a chance to work with her about 10 years ago when she had her TV show. She was casting. I said to myself, man, I would love to work with Tyra again. And I got in contact with her through a casting agent. And I got a chance to cast for a TV show. Some of my students were on her show. And she sent me this thank you thing. So that was cool. Naomi, it was me, Russell Simmons, and Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell sat down with me. Like I said, man, I didn't have no. So when I was in the 90s, growing up as a youngster, man, I was just thinking about myself and thinking about hitting, right? It wasn't until later on in life that I got my heart broken that I realized that, you know what, I need to change my perspective. I need to mature and be a man, grow up, and stop tripping on, you know, what I was brainwashed to believe in. Because every man in that 70s and 80s, we grew up wanting to be, you know, Batman and Steve Austin and American Gigolo. So we were all brainwashed to be players. Right. I gotta be a player. I gotta be myself. If you're yourself, you gotta be a player. You're like, yo, I like you like me. Let's have fun. And a player is just keeping it real. So a player is like, come on, I gotta have this game. I got no game. Yo, you like me? You see, I see you looking at me. What's up? You know, so you just keep it real. And if they don't like you, then bye.
Right.
See you later.
Yeah.
And
Nice knowing you. Yeah,
Tyra Banks' twin is somewhere in the world looking for you, bro. Somebody who looks like her.
Listen, I'm happily married. I'm just, you know, it's just weird that our lives are like so. It's like almost like a mirror, almost.
Yeah.
Like it's like.
So Tyler, I'm gonna be quiet right now. You ask me anything, I'm just gonna be quiet.
I can ask you anything, can I? Well, I mentioned it earlier. This Pepsi Man superhero for a Japanese commercial. What was it? What outfit did you have to wear? Did you have a cape? Tell me a bit about that.
So Pepsi Man, if I ever put out that audition video, I think it would make it on the world. You know, like a TV show that's be on TV, the funny videos and stuff. I think I would win. You know that? Do you remember in America?
You've got a clip. Presumably, you can send me a clip, right?
Yeah, it's America's Funniest Videos. So I had the video. I had the audition, right? And they were like, "Hey, we're trying to do the superhero for the Japan market, and we're trying to look for a guy that can play this role, right?" So, man, true story, Tom. I went in that role, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm Pepsi Man," right? So I walked in there. And, I had my slate, what's your name? Trust. No, actually, you know how if you've ever been slated for a movie or a commercial, whatever, they slate you, right? And so when you walk into a casting, they ask you your name, and they ask you, they say, tell us about yourself. And they also ask you for your side, right? So they ask you your name, and they ask you your sides, right? And then, and then tell us about your day. So when they ask me my name, I'm like, Pepsi Man! I am Pepsi Man! And I can say, hey, I was like, one of those Pepsi Man. This is crazy.
Nobody did that when they came in.
Oh, dude, I was great. And I got to roll, and I got a chance to travel throughout the state in this Pepsi Man outfit. Pepsi Man saving the day, running. It's a couple of videos online. I'm running down the street. I'm saving the day, giving people Pepsi. McDonald's. What was McDonald's commercial they used to have? And Ronald McDonald.
You talking about Ronald McDonald?
Yeah. And he used to run around and do stuff. But anyway, I was the guy running around saving the day. I'm giving people Pepsi.
Saving the day.
And I'm in the Corvette, in the snow, on the beach, ladies, surfboarding. Pepsi Man.
But did you get a lifetime supply of Pepsi off the back of it?
Yeah, what happened?
Absolutely, man. I mean, like, next time, if we ever get together again, I'm going to have a Pepsi can. I'm going to have Skyler, your picture. San Francisco's doing great. Super expensive. They changed a lot of, the streets. It's crazy, but I'm thriving here. I have, relevance here. I'm relative. My life matters. I'm working with kids. I'm coaching. I'm teaching. I'm working. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. I'm holding it down. And I'm on vacation because, I'm a teacher. So we have 3 weeks vacation. So I'm so happy. You know what? Life is good.
You're still here, brother. You're still here, and you're going forward from here. Namaste. Namaste, my brother. Love you, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah. Ryan, Tom, in the house.
In the casa.
Yes, sir.
Much love, brother.
Fashion and music, baby. Fashion and music.
Much love.
That's right. Thank you so much.
Right.
We need your endorsement. Music for global change. Yeah.
Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all get together, music can save the world. Yeah. Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all come together, music can save the world. There's an urgency facing our humanity.
Thank you so much for watching. To stay up to date, please click subscribe and hit the bell. You can also join our group on Facebook and find us on LinkedIn and Instagram.